Today in Salt Lake City, 11.4 billion reasons why the health of Utah's public services is on the line. All right, here's where we begin. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark, coming at you from vibrant Salt Lake City. Let's kick things off with a bang. Utah's public health workforce is taking a hit, thanks to some major funding cuts courtesy of the Trump administration. The administration decided to pull back a whopping $11.4 billion in COVID-related funding, leading to layoffs of 187 health positions right here in Utah. We're talking about roles critical to our health infrastructure: epidemiologists, nurses, and community workers. These federal grants were the backbone of our public health funding system, so their abrupt withdrawal has left quite a crater for us to fill. The cuts were aimed at COVID-19, but they were the lifeline for broader public health efforts. Now there's considerable concern about how prepared we'll be for future infectious disease threats. It's a stark reminder of how political shifts impact our community's health. Call it like it is, safeguarding public health with reduced budgets seems just a tad short-sighted, don't you think? Moving on. The Utah State School Board had quite the showdown recently, rejecting a proposal to brand DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, as the new face of Marxism in public schools. Here's what happened. 5 board members pitched this idea, claiming DEI could conflict with Utah law. The community wasn't having it. Opposition poured in through calls and emails. Ultimately, the board shot down this anti-DEI stance with a 10-4 vote. Historian Rebecca Ramsey shed light on the matter, refuting the proposed link between DEI and Soviet policies. She points out that the translation was off and the Soviet branding a bit misplaced. It seems educational integrity won over political sensationalism this time. Let's transition to the next story. Next up, Utah's school board has also turned down a Trump-backed proposal to take scissors to the Federal Department of Education. The proposal was to support dismantling the Department of Education, favoring more control at the state level. But with a firm 10-4 vote, the board said no. Reason being, the implications on federal funding, especially Title I schools, could be severe. Utah's education budget heavily leans on federal contributions right now. So the big question remains, could the state really foot the bill if we pull the plug on federal oversight? Well, that's one way to look at it. Shifting hefty educational responsibilities from federal to state control sounds like quite a leap. Let's keep this train moving. Utah's universities are in a race against time. Thanks to HB 265, they need to cut a staggering $60.5 million from their budgets, and they need to hustle to get it done. The legislation demands draft cuts be ready by this May, with a final seal of approval by June 30th. Institutions are scrambling to comply while finding ways to tweak funds towards job-centric programs. Some of the hardest hit will be colleges like Salt Lake Community College. Faculty cuts and program trims are inevitable. The metrics they're using include graduation rates and job outcomes. No doubt, quite ambitious. Looks like someone forgot the memo. Let's ensure a well-measured implementation before it spirals into chaos. Shifting gears. There's a curriculum conundrum in town, folks. Utah's Higher Education Commissioner, Jeff Landward, is saying easy does it with the new Western Civilization curriculum. The recently signed SB 334 pushes for courses on Western civilization and Christianity's rise at Utah State University. Landward clarified it's not a statewide rollout, but more of a test run. How fitting. Critics are worried about faculty governance being sidelined, but Landward assures us every institution's mission is being considered. Sounds like tailored education is still in vogue. And that's your report for today. Thanks for tuning in to the City Report with Dean Bark. As always, stay informed. We'll be back with more stories worth your time tomorrow. See you then.